true blue beauty that my 4 sisters and brothers named me the Runt. Fighting the bigger ones made me tougher and quicker. We were born on a ranch in a place called California, far away from Australia. My bigger mates learned to herd sheep and cows, but the Runt never got a fair go. Except once when I leapt out of the puppy pen. That's when I learned I could jump higher than any of them. And then, I rounded those sheep up, barked fiercely, circled round, nipped their heels. Yeah, I was aces annoying. But nipping at those big sheep was aces fun. Until I got kicked in the head. Crikey, that rang a bell. Left a fair dent in my head. It's not so noticeable now that I'm all grown up, especially since my black eye patch diverts the attention. Dogs notice the dent though, and sometimes it scares them off when I angle at them like a drongo dingo. Getting kicked in the throat made my bark rougher. I'm never going to howl like my pretty dingo ancestors. But that's okay. It's made my bark sharper, my growl fierce, so no one's going to mess with me. No one, not even that mongrel who thinks he's the biggest and baddest. I scared them all off. Maybe that's why it took me so long to get a real home. Yeah, I bounced around for a couple of years. The first one brought me home, didn't last. They weren't ready for me. No sheep to herd, so I rounded up their kids. It should have thrilled them, because those little ankle biters needed their own ankles nipped. And that dog run, where they kept me outside, Stroof, what a small, stuck life. Getting a quick g'day when they restocked my bowl, my only break from no hope was barking at everyone and anything that moved. After too many moon cycles, watching my dingo moon god, Ginger, grow and disappear, I wasn't a cute puppy. I tried howling, but the humans hated my kicked-in throat singing. They hated me. That's when I figured it was time to bounce. It took a few days to get good at it, but eventually I jumped and climbed over that fence. And I was small enough to squeeze through a hole. It's good being the Runt. Freedom was fun. I went walkabout, followed my nose to an alley, jumped and climbed, squeezed through a crack in a dumpster lid. Yeah, mate, it's good being the Runt. The whole dumpster was mine. Feast. Just had to scare some cats off. Was tempted to go after them, but I had such a bellyache. Fell asleep instead. Dream time. Dreams of my dingo ancestors, dreams of my sacred symbols, swirled dreams of herding a mob of sheep. Suddenly, the dumpster rumbles. I'm awake. I scrambled up and poked my head out. My dumpster loads up to the big truck. Looks like I'm going for a ride. I take in the breeze, scan the world below. Maybe this is what it's like being a bird. Like Yalunga, the eagle god of my dingo ancestors. Yalunga created his world. I'd like to create my world. A home, yes, with a full belly of tucker and a soft place to sleep. A home? What did those humans call it? Ah, yes. Love. What would it be like to have love? A home. The big truck drove my dumpster to the garbage heaven. I reckon acres of ripe garbage. But I learned that not all garbage can be eaten. I must be a slow learner, because I got sick every day. Even worse, when you're sick, you're weak, which means you're also prey to dogs that patrolled the dump. If I were well, I could have fought them off, but it was easier to leg it and climb up to a safe hiding spot that gave me a good lookout. In the moons that followed, I silently begged God Ginger to help. I dared not bark because I had to stay hidden while I got well, so Ginger must have heard my cry. It was lonely, but I got used to my garbage dump lookout. I learned to take risks and eventually got discovered by those guard dogs. When they bought the humans, I ran away at first. But truth, I was ready to be captured. They loaded me into a crate on a truck, slammed the door and drove off. The other dogs and crates in the truck smelled of fear. The fear was contagious. When I get scared, I'll fight. So by the time we arrived at the giant warehouse, I was in a mood to fight. The fight didn't go well. Those humans gave me a shot. I got woozy, fell asleep, and woke up on a shelf in a crate surrounded by barking in every direction. Not fun. But at least at night I could bark to Ginger, even though I couldn't see the moon. Even though the kind hands fed me, this was no life. I got angrier, barked more. It took many moons to figure out that barking wouldn't help get me out. The dogs who got out were friendly when the humans came in. I didn't really know how to be friendly. I got adopted a couple of times, but each time I messed something up. I didn't mean to, but figuring out all these new rules was stressful and confusing. I ripped up food bags, pooped on the rug, chased a cat, wound up in the warehouse again and again. The third time I got put on the list, they called it the euthanasia list. I had no idea what that meant, only that all the other dogs on that list didn't come back. When I got to the top of the euthanasia list, I got picked. Some folks put me in a van and I wound up at another warehouse. They called it a shelter, named Pet Orphans. Still couldn't see the moon. Humans took me on walks, sat with me, played with me in the yard. I didn't know how to play at first. They named me Spider. One day they brought me in front of a bunch of people who wanted me to sit still while they shined lights at me and stared at me through little machines they called a camera. I didn't like it when they touched me, especially when they put some kind of fandangle ribbon on me. They said it was cute, but I tolerated it. The people did the same lights and camera thing with a bunch of other dogs. The other dogs made the people happy because they smiled and waved and learned some tricks. I wasn't having any of that nonsense, especially when they touched me. But all the other dogs got adopted right away. They got homes. I didn't. That just made me angrier. I was depressed. A whole moon cycle later, that human with a camera started walking me. We walked far, which I was stoked about. He let me climb and jump, said my name's Spider, nice things, and gave me snacks. I felt happy. We did that every day for a week. Then something unexpected happened. He brought me home. That was 5 years ago. He's now my dad, and you know what? We love each other. Yeah, love. And I'm a good boy when I'm not a rat bag.